Like all rural suburbs, we had urban legends growing up. The most memorable one to me is the legend of the Fogknife. The Fogknife appears every time there is a heated argument. It drives the wielder to kill their victim, and then themselves. There have never been any witnesses, and each time, the knife is never found. You have to be careful when you get in a fight with your parents or your friends. If you get too mad, you might just look down to see the Fogknife in your hand. It supposedly started a long time ago, like so long ago that the radio had just been invented, and families sat in their living rooms, eating dinner off of trays, and listening to it together. Anyway, the legend starts with your typical American atomic family: a husband, a wife, a girl, and a boy. The story goes that one day the dad came home and found his wife cheating on him with another man. He didn't catch them in the act, but he caught the man coming out of the house when he came home early from work. It was a very foggy afternoon, so much so that he couldn't see 10 feet in front of his car the whole way home. As the husband reached for the door to his house, the man coming out opened it, and the two locked eyes. The husband didn't know the man or what to think at that point. Before he could even fully understand the situation, he looked down to see that he was holding a knife in the man's chest. It was a crude knife, with a rusty spike of a blade and a handle of carved wood. Later, 3 people were found dead, butchered in the most unimaginably horrifying way possible. The police determined that the husband had stabbed the man his wife was having an affair with, then in a fit of rage, butchered his wife before turning the knife on himself. The man was clearly insane, as the faces of all 3 bodies were slashes so severely they had to be identified through other means. The body of the perpetrator himself was found in the bathroom, stooped in front of a bloody sink mirror, with virtually all of his facial flesh cut off. It was a mystery to the investigators how the man could butcher himself so thoroughly without going unconscious. Thankfully, the children were not home. However, the murder weapon was never found. It was hypothesized that a sharp piece of glass was used to do the cutting, but that would mean he would have needed to break the mirror before killing the 2 victims. Thus was born the legend of the Fogknife. Well, that's how they say it started anyway. There have been half a dozen murders in the surrounding area over the last 30 years. One of them had to do with a dispute over a property line, another with a divorce, another with a troubled teen arguing with their parents, a depressed housewife, a cokehead. The list goes on. All the murders had plausible explanations, but the one thing they had in common is that the murder weapon had either gone missing or couldn't be identified. As far as urban legends go, this one is a doozy. It fits the evidence like a glove. Still, it's preposterous to believe in the existence of vengeful magic knives. But what if the Fogknife wasn't a knife? What would you do if you caught your mom cheating on your dad? What if you were already depressed or a little bit nuts, and that was the last thing you needed to drive you over the edge? I don't know what I'd do. But you know what I do know? A murder weapon doesn't walk away from a crime scene by itself. I told the story to my wife so we could be careful. She goes out drinking with